From getting the world record and getting signed to a tier 1 organization, to then being accused of having your brother play every single match for you. This is the story of Raythella.
I'm not gonna lie. This sounds exactly like every single other female competitive esports girl that I have ever heard about before. They all turn out to be fakes, they all turn out to be lies, or absolutely horrible, or something like that. Is there a single real, legit, good top tier female competitive esports player in the world even at this point? If there is, I have never heard about that.
This video is sponsored by nobody, so please like and sub.
True.
So if you guys don't know who Raythella was, she was a professional Apex Legends player that was well known for tying the world record for kills. And also, she got the world record for damage back in the early days of Apex. And the thing that made her stand out is that she tied a world record and she beat a world record all in one game. She tied with the pro player Mendo in the world record for kills, and he's seen it and retweeted it, and that's when her career started taking off. I believe it was safe to say that she was the best female player in Apex, and while all of this was happening, she was known for having somewhat of an ego. Really? She claimed to be the first female to get Apex Predator, but Zeus...
Oh, claimed to be the first female to get X. Hollywood's calling and they want their favorite line back. You know how nowadays a new show comes out, a new movie comes out, and there's a female? Every single one of them will claim, oh my god, this is the first time in the history of ever a female does this. Ignore the past 20 times this has happened and been done by a female. We are the first. It's such a lame try to actually get attention. No one cares about that.
Resurrected claimed that it was his friend who was the first female Apex Predator in Season 2.
Motherfucker probably just wanted some easy pussy points. He thought that maybe if he boosts her career, then, he's gonna get a little bit of that poo-tang. Let's be real, that's most likely the reason. Like, he's a gamer. Well, what do you expect?
The first time I ever had contact with her was back in Season 2 when she claimed to be the first female to unlock Apex Predator. And the thing was, she actually wasn't the first Apex Predator to be a female. Betty, a friend of mine, actually unlocked it before her. And all I did was validate that someone did unlock it before her. So that was my first ever interaction with her. And I don't think she was happy about me saying that, because I'd heard she blocked other people that said that, but I didn't get blocked.
Now, you can't block famous and influential people, right? You can block everyone else because of your giant ego, but you can't exactly block people who are bigger than you. That makes you look 1, weak, 2, unappealing, and 3, weak again, because that cannot be emphasized enough.
So yeah, you can see how Raythella was not the nicest person in the community. But while this altercation with Zeus was going on, she got signed to a team named Team Synergy. It was a well-known team that started off as trickshotting, but eventually moved into competitive play. Wow. So for a person that's on console, that's insanely big. So the pro players Slurpy G and Nags were actually in Synergy at this...
I mean, look at these competitive players. Slurpy G, 4,000 followers on Twitter. NagZ, 3,000 followers on Twitter. It just shows how wild fame is. If you can be a competitive player and, this is your level of fame, I kind of find that honestly astonishing.
The same time as her. So yeah, it was a big team in the console community. So Raythella asked Zeus Resurrected if he wanted to join Synergy, and Zeus said he respectfully declined. So when he declined, Raythella got mad, and I'll let Zeus explain himself.
Damn.
Me, if that makes any sense to you guys. So what I did was respectfully say no, and I even said in the message that I know Synergy is an amazing org, but it's not something I want to be part of, because I just like doing myself. And a few minutes after me turning it down, even though I said it nicely, she made a post on Twitter angrily ranting about egos and stuff.
You can't say no to a girl, like, it's the current year, or maybe it was the not current year previously, who fucking knows at this point, right? But anyway, you can't say no to a female, especially a potentially hot female. Admittedly, sure, you don't know yet that maybe it's a guy pretending to be a female. But when you meet a female on the internet, you always should assume there's maybe a pair of sausages, or one sausage at the bare minimum, between those legs. You feel me? You always need to be prepared. Every female on the internet is most likely a female with a dick. Now I know that's appealing in Japan and whatnot, but for some people that's a little bit like sus, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. And also, a hot female does not take no for an answer. Hot females live in a reality completely separated from the rest of us poor men and unhot females. A hot woman's reality is something so unreasonably ununderstandable by everyone else around her. It is insane. You think that she lives on a different planet or a realm of existence.
Stuff like that. So I publicly called her out about it because I didn't like being run through the mud. Even if she didn't use my name, she was talking about me, and I thought it was super weird that she would get upset by me turning it down when other organizations understand. And then she deleted the post and apologized to me in messages, so I deleted mine. Already not up to the best start with Raythella, as you can clearly see. I did have my suspicions about Raythella, but I wasn't going to say anything on that matter because
So over time, people started noticing that Raythella would never ever post the VODs of her high kill games, and she was a mute. So people started to think that her high kill games were fake because it's
She was a mute. We must protect her, boys.
highly unlikely that a Twitch streamer of her following would not post a video of a 30 kill game. That's pretty much guaranteed a bunch of views. But nobody called her out because she claimed to be a 16-year-old girl that couldn't get.
Oh, now that becomes spicy. Okay, so all of this most likely is just because it's a 16-year-old girl. So, in psychology, there are a couple of things. So there are engraved things in us as humans that we will pretty much always subconsciously do. And one of those things is we will protect children, we will protect people weaker than us. For women, it is ingrained in their existence that they must protect children. So, an interesting thing that people who understand these things, what they will do in conflict situations, a lot of people, and this is not for children by the way, this is for everyone, they will make themselves smaller, look smaller, so people don't want to attack them. This is the child thing here, because small people are children. That's how psychologically we perceive them. And women are ingrained to protect children, and men are ingrained by nature to protect women and children. So the fact that someone proclaims that they're a 16-year-old girl is an instantaneous catapult of fame because one, you're attracting all the playground enthusiasts that should be at the end of a rope or hanging from a tree branch or on the electric chair because that's where they belong, and they will give you a lot of money. And then the other category of people are going to be the people who actually protect you because you are a child.
A job because she was too young and she just wanted to help her parents. She
and the
actually
sob
claimed
story.
that her mom was sick and she wanted to gather.
Oh, Jesus, this is really an actual sob story. And these sob stories work. It's really hard to be mean against someone you like. That you already probably have heard me say multiple times. But it's also extremely hard to not be sympathetic against someone who you think does not deserve the fate that they have been dealt, essentially. And that's one of those things. For example, anyone remember Zillion OP? He was Diablo 3 streamer on Twitch or something like that. He grew his following by pretending to be a paraplegic. He pretended to be in a wheelchair. So he would DM and ask all of these bigger streamers to host him. And, he's a paraplegic. He can't walk. Obviously you're gonna be nice against him. Obviously you're gonna post. Because imagine someone who can't walk and is in a wheelchair just goes on you and calls you an asshole because you don't even care to do this little thing to help them out. You look so bad instantaneously. And it worked. The guy actually got huge on Twitch, and then turns out magically, oh wow, he actually can walk. Oh wow, who did not see this coming? It was hilarious because the guy had like a fund donate for my new wheelchair, and he bought a new fish tank with the money, not a new actual wheelchair. That was hilarious. Anyway, after one time he fucks up and he actually just thought he turned off his stream, and he just he just finishes everything, turns off the game, and just walks off. just just gets straight up and walks off without any problems. And that was the end of him. He got banned after that. Also, funny thing, after a couple of years, he made a new Twitch account that pretended to be a different person. It was hilarious. These things work. Being a sleazy shitbag that abuses the kindness of other people works so well. It is insane. It is like one of the unquestionably best ways to get people to support you, to get people to do things.
Their money to help her out. So when she posted that tweet, a bunch of streamers such as Daltush donated over $100 to her, because who wouldn't? She was a
Of course.
well-known Apex content creator that was grinding every single day to help her parents. So let's fast forward a couple weeks.
Yeah.
She announced that she's joining a professional organization called Rogue. She made history because she was the first Apex content creator to get recruited to a professional
Console content creator. That sounds shitty. Like, who takes shooters seriously on console, honestly? Because there is auto aim assist.
esports organization. But she was not in that org for very long because 20 hours later, she got exposed for not being who she said she was.
Bruh.
Somebody found her real life Facebook page and went to Twitter to expose her. So what they found on her Facebook page was...
How the hell do you actually take so long to find someone's real life Facebook page? Can you not, like, do a reverse image search or something? Usually, honestly, that works.
Was that she wasn't a 16-year-old girl. She was really a 22-year-old lady that was speaking. So she told the entire Apex community that she was a mute and she was 16. But judging from her Facebook page, she was a...
Man, I mean, that is absolutely gold. I'm a 16-year-old mute girl that has struggling parents, and I just want to help them. Oh, that is so gold.
22-year-old lady that was not a mute. So it was quite surprising how Raythella responded. Instead of saying that it was a lie, she got mad at the person that exposed her and said that she only got exposed because...
She must be hot. She must be hot. We saw the picture here. I'm not sure if I'm willing to call that hot or not. It's kind of like meh, whatever. But man, she must be hot, because that is only something what entitled women do. Okay, entitled women only can deny blame. They are mentally and physically incapable of admitting blame of any level. They are incapable of admitting guilt of any level. So if you blame a hot woman of anything, she's gonna just call you an asshole. She honestly doesn't even fucking care. It's like, how dare you, you piece of shit, talk to me like that. This sounds like that kind of situation.
Because the person hated her.
Kind
She
of funny.
even went as far to say that it didn't matter if she was 22. She put in the work, that she was a good player and deserved to be in the org she was in.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent deflect, because honestly, you're not succeeding, after that. So you might as well just try and go for the deflect at that point. But it's probably not gonna work.
So when everybody found out about this, a lot of people got pissed because her supporters sent her thousands of dollars when she said she was 16 and
imagine how pissed you are if you're a playground enthusiast. You're sending this girl hundreds of dollars every month, and she turns out to be legal of age. Devastating.
trying to help her parents. They felt scammed. And I mean, they were scammed.
Yeah, they were. 100%.
So the photo she used on her Twitter was a picture that was uploaded on her Facebook page 7 years ago. So the craziest part of all of this was, instead of just taking the blame, she said that She only said she was 16 to get everybody off her back. And the reason why she wanted people
Off her back for what exactly, though?
off her back was because everybody was claiming that she was cheating to get her 30 kill games.
Oh.
So while all of this was happening, people started to realize that Raythella's boyfriend was an Apex Legends player and that he might have been the person playing in the background. Because, as we know, Raythella was a mute before all of this. There was no way to show that she was the one playing.
Realized that her boyfriend, the father of her daughter, was heavily involved in the Apex community and had made several accounts to help boost Raythella by replying to popular Apex players trying to get Raythella's name out there, and that he was also an Apex player, and that had started a page that ranked the top 50 Apex players and had Raythella right at the very top of it, which was super suspect because people right.
Wait, that's an actual decent strategy, though. 10 out of 10, the guy actually was smart. A Facebook page, though. How long ago was this? It feels like the Stone Age when the Facebook pages actually mattered about stuff.
Rightfully started to think that, hey, this could all be elaborate scam and that Raythella might not even be playing on the account. We've heard Raythella talk in videos, so maybe her boyfriend Craig is actually the one playing, and the story gets a whole lot more crazy.
What happened to Raythella back in the day? Didn't she join Rogue? Yeah, she got kicked because it was her brother playing on her fucking account. What do you mean? Bro, that's so old. Holy shit.
Wait, so is it the boyfriend that she has a kid with, or is it the brother she has a kid with? I feel I need some clarification on this one. I think that's a kind of an important detail.
How the fuck do you even remember that? Yes, Raythella joined Rogue. She got instantly kicked because she realized that.
Is Rogue... Do they mean Rogue as Rogue One? Because I don't know the logos. But man, calling Rogue One a fucking tier 1 competitive tournament team or whatever, man, that's a little bit reachy.
That it wasn't her playing, it was her brother claiming that it was her.
So another effort she made to prove that she was 16 was she forged a legal document. She claimed that the document was from her doctor and it showed the doctor's name, but Zeus.
Okay, so the obvious thing about that is, yeah, that's pretty illegal. But honestly, for that to be illegal, I think the doctor needs to tell the police that he wants to press charges. That's one. Two, I wonder if he does that, because obviously, if she forges something like that and she releases it to the public, there are gonna be people who ask, try to contact the doctor. That's like 100%.
Found out that that doctor was not registered in the country she was in at the time.
No.
So with this document, she actually fooled a lot of people, including streamers. I'm not gonna say.
I'm pretty sure you can just Google the name and find all the information that you want. Because if someone is a doctor, I think if you Google a name and they are a doctor, that's one of the first things that Google will actually show you. Because most likely they have a medical practice and, you know, they either have their own private medical practice or they're practicing medicine in some kind of establishment. And that will have all of their info and shit like that. So yeah.
Say their name. If it wasn't for Zeus, she might have gotten away, and who knows, she could have been around till this day. And she actually used the name of a real clinic and a phone number.
Oh
but
yeah.
then that phone number ended up being fake. So whenever you try calling it, it would not work.
That's
so
stupid.
At this point, it was guaranteed that this person.
Yeah, of course they're gonna try. How do you make something like that and you just wishful thinking make it so it's gonna work? It's nothing but wishful thinking. Wishful thinking is not gonna make it work. If you include a number, if you include a name and something like that is happening, people are gonna call the number, people are gonna Google the person, they're gonna try and contact them. Like, what the hell? That's such a stupid thing to do.
Person is a fraud and nothing they can say can change anything.
True.
So this situation was embarrassing for Console because Rogue took a risk in signing
I mean, if you're playing a shooter on console, you already are embarrassed enough, you know?
a console player, and this is how it went out. And then after all this evidence was shown to the public, Rogue announced that they kicked Raythella out of the team. And according to Liquipedia, Raythella joined on December 6th and got kicked out on December 6th. And
That's hilarious. Didn't even last for a day.
the end of Raythella's competitive career. So December 7, one day after getting kicked out of Rogue, Raythella went to the man behind the Apex.
Wait. Can we read this a little bit? Is it... The Twitter account Raythella has come to me to reconcile the issue. We spoke, truths were admitted, and they have agreed to leave the community. I will not leak any information as to protect them from the hate, as the whole situation has gotten out of control. What can even be done? Dude, it's pointless for me to answer them. I'm gonna make sure we are gone. Who are you? Sure, I'm neither. Blah, blah, blah. My God bless, blah. Okay, so it's nothing special.
Behind the Apex Legends console Pro League, your bud Tevin, and basically surrendered and left the community for good. And that's the end of Raythella.
Wow.
So I'm gonna link the video that Zeus Resurrected made. He goes way in depth, and I recommend that you go and watch it for more context. See.
Yeah, maybe another time. Anyway, that seems to be it, because that's only 2 seconds left. That's kind of hilarious. Someone literally tries to play all the pity cards, but is too stupid to delete their Facebook so they can be tracked. My God, it could have been the almost perfect crime. Because you know, the truth of the world is simple, boys. If you're a woman, you can do pretty much whatever the fuck you want. Men are gonna simp for you like there's absolutely no tomorrow. 99 out of 100 men are complete, worthless dishcloth simps. It's true. It is what it is. Anyway, like and subscribe if you're not a dishcloth cloth.